Hey guys, and welcome back to an unexpected quest. Last time we got up to a whole bunch of different things. We wired up some stuff in the vault underground. We did a bit of cooking, and we built a bit of the vault as well, actually. So we got up to a lot of different things, and I think that's what today's episode is going to be like. Before we get started though, let's give you a quick update on what's been happening between episodes. Well, I've got the quarry. I've been slowly emptying these out. We're running out of storage very rapidly. I planted some trees, and this big tree's grown. I'm going to have to get rid of that at some point. I don't like massive trees. I don't mind big trees like this, but they just are ridiculous. Most of the updates, I think, have just been moving machinery and wiring it up. If I go down to the vault, now this is usually a bit dangerous, so let's play this a bit careful now. Anyone around? No. I can hear a spider though. Ah, look, we got the guy here. And an ender eye. Damn it. Yeah, so I really need to light this place up, get it a bit safer, but last time I started this thing up, this machine, big processing thing, everything's still running. We've got loads of materials. There's quite a lot of steak in there. I did a bit of cooking, emptied out that cow farm, but everything's running smooth enough at the moment, so I'll leave that to it. Other than that, not much has changed. I've brought the wire in a bit further, and I've built it round to here. That's because I want to move the recycler so we can actually get rid of some junk, but I ran out of wires, so we'll have to do that later on. Before I do any of that though, I really need to make a start on this windmill. We need a few components for it, and they are listed here because I'm so organized today. I need windmill blades, which are built of wool and wood, I think. So the two different ways I can get wool is from my cotton hair. I don't have a lot of that, and a sheep wool, and I don't have any sheep. But I figured if I just go ahead and grab the sheep spawning ball that I traded ages ago. Apparently not. I thought we had a sheep one. Never mind though. I'll take some of these safari balls, and what I'll do, I'll go try and capture some sheep, and I'm gonna put them in with the cows along with some shears, and our guys down on the farm should start processing wool. It doesn't look like I've got any shears either, so straight away we are having to do a bit of crafting. Now my supplies might look a bit low at the moment, but I can assure you, thanks to that machine down in the vault, we are pretty good for materials. It's all just processing. I need to move it all up, or I might just leave it down there, depending on whether I build some sort of storage down there. One of the things on my list today is to build some upgraded chests, like the diamond ones I've got in my storage room. I want a nice iron one in here. I think it'll look like a chest freezer, and we can put some food in there out the way, all the cooked food, and then we can have the ingredients on the shelf. That'll look pretty cool, I think. But that's a little bit later on. First we've got to get these sheep, so let's go take a look around. Here we go. We got one sheep here. I thought it would be pretty easy to find some, and there's quite a few over here as well, so let's go and grab another one, and at least then we can breed them in the pen as well. Okay, so here's the pen. There's a lot of cows in here at the moment. Ow. I think my boots are out of power, yeah. Let's just quickly sleep. There we go. So let's have a look. I need to put my shears in the special resources, which will shear anything that's in there that can be sheared. And if I place my sheep in there we go. Straight away, they've now been sheared, and I'm now collecting wool. So if I leave that to it, Ben here should get a load of stuff going. Right, now it's quieter over here. Let's take a look at our list. So straight away we can tick sheep farm off of our list. I would like separate pens for each of them, but needs must at the moment. So we'll have to just deal with that. I'll build them a nice place at some point. Also on the list was windmill controller and windmill torques. So the torques are what's effectively going to wire up the windmill controller down here underground into each of the little blocks that we have, and that will give us power. But first I think we'll build the controller. Okay, so it's the Ancient Warfare automation controller thing that I want. It's just wood and wooden gears, which is just sticks. So nice and easy. Let's grab some wood, and I think we've got a fair amount of sticks in here. Yep. I'm not sure whether I need to be on the ancient warfare crafting table, but we might as well be. There we go. So we needed 2 gears, I think, and then the rest was wood, and I think it was like an eye shape. Then the 2 gears here. We probably need the research book, and I'm hoping I've researched this, because if we haven't, that's another thing I need to do. I haven't. Well, let's take a look at what we need to research for it. So I'm going to select the items and look through for the Windmill automation controller or something along those lines. Windmill blades. For that we need the wheel, and that also gives us the controller. So we need to research the wheel, which is under engineering and invention. So let's just check along the lines and see if we've got any of that. I'm just going to place my book in here and have a look. What do we need? So the wheel is all we need to research, which needs a hopper, a dropper, some stone, and some oak wood. Well, that's pretty easy. We've got some oak wood here straight away. We'll drop that straight in. I know I've got hoppers to spare over here, and the dropper shouldn't be too hard to make. We also need 4 stone. I'm not sure if I've got any stone, but what I do have is a ton of cobblestone, and this is compressed cobblestone, so I've nearly filled that chest up again. I'll get that cooking immediately. More steak. This stuff is everywhere. And while that's cooking, I'll look up how to make a dropper. This is like base Minecraft stuff, and I don't know how to make it. We need cobblestone and 1 redstone. That's super easy. I've got redstone. I could do with some more of that. I could go dig in at some point, but there might be some in my quarries. Let's grab the rest of that cobblestone and just place that around like so. 1 redstone, 1 dropper. Nice and easy. We're getting through this pretty quick today. I'm going to drop that in with the selection there, and just grab this stone that we need, all powered on scrap. And in fact, you know what, while this is researching, let's drop that in there like so. Excellent. While that's working through, I'm going to pick my recycler up, this hopper and this chest, because I want to move it here on top of this power lead, so when I do connect it up, it's ready to use, because I've got quite a lot of junk over here, and I'm sure a lot of it can be recycled and used for power. Now it looks like our research book has now researched the wheel, so if I drop this back in this table, we have now got the windmill controller. Excellent. So this is effectively what the windmill is going to be placed on and do its magic with. The windmill go on this end, and then it converts it to be accepted by the Torques. And let's just give a quick look for their recipe. Torques, here we go. So we can get either the light, the medium, or the heavy ones. I'm only going to go light because the amount of power this produces, I really only need light, because these farms are going to overflow otherwise. I'm not going to use them too much. But we are going to need the different ones. We're going to need junctions, distributors, and shafts. And the difference is the shafts will go in straight lines, the junctions can turn corners, and the distributors need to be attached to the actual boxes. So quite a few different ones that we're going to need, but I think the recipes are pretty similar. They're all wooden gears and these wooden torque shafts, which is just wood. So let's make a few of these. Right, so I've got myself 10 wooden torque shafts, and I'm going to turn these sticks into gears just to sort of show you what these look like. I'm going to need to make some more of these at some point, but it's good to just quickly demonstrate. These are the torque junctions. How do we make the shaft ones? Let's start with them. So they're probably going to be the main ones that we need. They're just a little bit easier to make, like so. We should be able to make 5 of them. And it's pretty wood heavy, but we should have plenty of wood. I'm hoping we can use this red wood stuff. If not, we'll have to just chop some trees down. Now I'm going to quickly place down this windmill controller, and also just wire up some of it as well. So let's take a look. I'm going to start by hovering, and hopefully that's the right way round. Yes, it is. So what will need to happen is one of these shafts will have to come out. Now there is a hammer I think you can get to turn these around, which I might need to build when fully wiring this thing up, but at the moment I think we're alright. We can bring this out and over. We're going to need a junction here, because that's going to turn a corner, and then we can go down like so. So just to let you know what my plan is for the farms, I want the windmill to power all of the food farms that you see here, and then I'll be turning one of the farmers into a courier, and what he will do will carry all of the different items between places and where I want him to go, and to any storage systems that I've got running. And then I'll use one of the farmers to be just the animal farmer, which will leave us with one farmer left over, so one of them will at least retire completely unless we need him. We might even be able to build a bodyguard of some form, a soldier. Right, so we've made a start on the torque, so I'm going to put a cross next to that. We've made the windmill controller, and I think this is about as far as I can go until we really start collecting this wool. So I'll leave the farmers to do their job on that, and I'll take a look at what else is on my list. So also on my list is lighting. I want to light up the vault to make it a bit safer. So I found an alternative to the radiant lamps. I'm going to be using refined glowstone, and the radiant lamps I think I'll use in here because they do look cool, but they're very expensive, so I might just light up the house with that. Next up we've got storage, which is some chests. I can probably work through that pretty quick, so I'll do that in a moment. And travel anchors. So last time we found this staff of traveling, which lets us do this. Yeah, pretty cool. But I can get some things called travel anchors and place them in specific places of our world, and just automatically just go to them. So I think that might be a bit cool to get to the farm quicker, and maybe the vault. I will see how many I can make. I think I'm going to start with the power the house, this one here, because that literally just means plugging these few extra wires in, putting the floor up, and even putting this thermal recycler down. So I'll start by putting the recycler down and placing on the hopper and the chest, and that at least gets that out of our inventory. Now I'm using the basic universal cables, which is just 1 redstone and 2 steel. They're not the best you can get, but they do the job at the moment. We're not powering anything heavy, so we don't need to upgrade them at the moment, and we probably won't need to in the house because all we're going to be powering is small machines like this. I believe I'm completely out of steel, but I think it's a mixture of magnesium and iron. That could be wrong. I might need ferrous. Let's just try. I think I've got some iron in here, so let's just place a couple of ferrous down, and hopefully that might mix. I really don't know the recipe for steel. I need to start remembering this one. Here we go. So they're about to go in, and that's actually made Invar, which is a bit annoying. So that was ferrous. So maybe it is magnesium. Let's just put that in. Right. So this time we got the magnesium going in with the iron. I'm hoping this works because yeah, there we go. So we got a bit of steel there. We got some magnesium left over. So what I'll do, I'll go down to the vault, and we can just use our wand and grab some magnesium and also some iron. Just check this place is safe. Oh, it's noisy and not safe. Let's grab my sword quickly. Get this rude dude. Ah, go on, get out of here. And we'll just see if we've got any in reserve. Alright, so my free runners are now fully recharged, so I'm going to put them on. Oh, we've got a king slime about. Ah, here he is, I can see him. So let's go take this guy on before we do anything else. Ah, come on, we got you. I'm hardly wearing any armor, and we're just taking on a slime. Whoa, what is this? Got an axe or something? Is that a lumber axe? And a heart. Sweet, we've got loads of slime there. Let's pick up all these goodies and take a look at that prize. King Slime Lumber Axe, Slimy, and that gives us +5 attack damage. Now, I'm not sure what slime gives you as a perk, but I'm pretty sure it won't be anything bad. Let's test this axe out on this tree that I don't want. Ah, sweet. So it works exactly the same as a normal lumber axe. I don't know what slime gives you as a perk, but it works fine. It's just another tool that we'll use, obviously. Now, my other axe does heal itself, so probably slightly better, but this doesn't have any upgrades on it, so we could upgrade it. While that's working through, I'm going to turn these rubber wood that I've just picked up into the wood equivalent, which is jungle wood. It's going to give us loads of jungle wood, and I'm going to turn these into torques. Right, so I've turned all that jungle wood into torques and sticks. Now the sticks I could turn into gears, and this should give me plenty of materials to make loads of those torques that we need. We got a few gears left over from that and 1 torque, and now we have 19 torque shafts. I've built 7 junctions. We'll have to get some distributors at some point, but that should help us towards the effort of wiring up the windmill. Let's go back to my smeltery and take a look at what we've got. So 58 steel, that should be plenty. Let's drain that out and make a start on making those wires. I've grabbed 3 blocks of this steel. I'm going to break it down because that should be plenty if I just go ahead and grab some redstone, I believe it's that I need. And we'll just go into the crafting bench, add these together, and we should be getting power to the house. Okay, so I've got 24, more than enough. Let's just place down what I need here. Now it's all wired up. Let's go take a look at the thermal recycler, and it's not getting power. Okay, well, have I missed something? Let's just dig up what we have here. And that does seem like it's going up into the correct place. This is, of course, under the stairs. Looks like this is where I've gone wrong. And I think that's actually a stair block, yeah. So that's absolutely fine. I just missed out one of the wires here. If I just go and place that in, and that green light in the middle there does give me the indication that it is in fact now working. Excellent, we are getting power to that. It is very slow at the moment, but that is just one wind turbine powering all the machinery downstairs, and now that as well. So I think the next thing I'll do is just put down the floor, and then we'll work on upgrading that system. Tools are replaced. I've had a nice sleep as well, so it's bright outside. There we go. So we have got a nice amount of power going into that, so we can work our way through the junk chest and get some space in here. I'll do that between episodes though, so let's take a look at the list of what else we need to do. Okay, so getting more power at the moment isn't super vital. We're not powering too many machines, so I'm going to leave that one for now. We also want to get some more storage and lighting. Now I think the lighting is probably going to be the best option because there's a lot of stuff spawning down there, and I would like some better lighting, so let's make a start on that. Okay, so the lighting that I want is this refined glowstone, and all that is glowstone ingots placed into a block. There's a few ways you can make this. You can either cast it. I'm hoping that we can use that as our way of making it, or there's also, I believe, you can make glowstone ingots through an Osmium Compressor. I'm sure we've got one of these lying around. I'm not exactly sure though. Maybe we've got something that looks like it, but I think we'll probably go for the casting recipe if that works. The main problem for this is I don't actually have any glowstone lying around, so I'm gonna have to pop to the nether and pick some up. Right, so I've cleared out a bit of room in my inventory, and I'm gonna go to the nether to find some glowstone. Now I'm not exactly sure where my hammer's got to, so I've picked up this refreshing diamond trinket of mining, which is supposedly gives you extra drops from ores. So I'm hoping it's going to do the same with the glowstone. Gives a little bit extra, but we'll see. Okay, so here we are in the nether. Looks like some guys have made it through. I'll take the sheep for myself, that one wool. That was worth it. And the rest I'll let roam. It looks like they're trying to invade, perhaps. Perhaps find some new territory for them. Ow. Ow. I don't know what just hit me. Anyway, there's some glowstone over here. There's a fair amount over there as well, so I'm going to just quickly grab this. It might be best if I just land on top. I'm not sure how much we're going to need, to be fair. I do need quite a bit of lighting down there, so I'm going to just find as much as I can and then head back and create these glowstone blocks. Right, so I've managed to get just about 4.5 stacks, a bit more, of glowstone. I'm hoping this is going to be a decent amount to create some lighting. So let's just finish draining off this magnesium that I put in. So we've got a bit of space and making sure nothing goes as an alloy. Alright, well I've done some stuff and I've come back, and this stuff is still going. This is taking quite a lot of lava, or time at least, to process. I could make my smeltery bigger. The original design was to have this going through the roof like a chimney, but I've never needed it that big, so I'll probably just leave it and just let that do its thing. And while it is doing it, let's take a look what else we can do. Sure, so while that's doing that, I'll build some chests. I'll get the storage going. So I've got the recipes here. Basically, you start with the chest, like so, and you just wrap the metal around it, and then you upgrade, and you upgrade, and you upgrade, and then you finally get to the diamond ones. Let's start by grabbing a few chests. I'm sure I have some amount just lying around. In fact, I think they are actually currently sitting in one of my luggages. 15. We just have so many. Let's grab those iron bricks, the gold. We'll grab that iron as well. And finally, we will need diamonds and the glass. Now, one of them I want to just make into iron. So what I'll do, if I pick that up, I'll put some chests in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll start by making 6 iron. In fact, we'll make 7 iron if we can. But we made 2. Let's just get the rest of the iron. Let's see how many we can actually make with the materials that we have. 5. Sweet. So we got 5 iron chests. One of them I'll put aside, and the rest I will surround with gold. And we've made all 4 of them. And then I will put those gold ones back in and surround them with diamonds and also glass, which gives us the diamond ones. Now it is reasonably costly on resources, but we're pretty good at the moment. That's given us 4 new diamond chests, so they're extra large. They don't sit together, but they are pretty big, so probably be good. This iron one I'm going to move into the kitchen. Is that still going? Yeah, Jesus. Because what I want to do, I want to put all the cooked food, all the food that we've got to its final stage, like the steak and chips that we made last time, the soup. I want to put this in here as a storage for food that we are going to eat. And the rest I want as just ingredients all on here. So that's that done as well. That's another thing ticked off of our list. So it's been quite a while since I put the glowstone in, and as you can see, it's not moved in some time. In fact, I've taken a bit out and put it in, and it's caught up with the rest. So I'm going to assume this isn't going to work. I'm clearly doing something wrong. But there are other ways of getting the refined glowstone blocks, and that's to put it in an osmium compressor. So I'm going to go see if I've actually got one of these lying around. If not, we'll have to build one. Right, so to build the osmium compressor, we are going to need 2 buckets, which we have, a steel casting, which isn't hard at all, because we've got plenty of steel now, 4 enriched alloys, which we can make pretty easy as well. We've got one of those metallurgic infusers, I can never say them, and advanced control circuits, which is more enriched alloys and a basic control. So I'm going to start by making the enriched alloys. We need 4 for the base recipe here and 2 in each of the advanced controls. So that is 2, 4 and 8 bits of iron. So I'm just going to check this chest here. We might have some lying around. We do. Excellent. And we need to put that inside the metallurgical infuser. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now I do have redstone inside this chest. I'm also going to need some steel, so I'm going to grab those blocks because I'm going to need to make the center thing in this. What was that? Steel casting, and also osmium. Now I've only got 7 here, but I've definitely got loads downstairs, so I'm not going to worry too much about that. To save going up and downstairs, I'm just going to take out the thermal refinery thing, the thermal recycler, and place down the metallurgical infuser in its place. I don't think I've picked up that recycler, so I'll have to grab that in a moment. While that's cooking away, I'm going to take my steel and my osmium to make this steel casting. And here's the very last bit of iron being processed. It's going quite slow. We are pretty much out of power in this. It's just enough to keep it running. I also need 2 osmium in there, I think, for the advanced circuits. I'll just put a bit more redstone in just to be sure, and that has given us the basic controls. Now once these are done, we're going to mix them with the enriched alloys, and there's that, and that gives us the 2 advanced control circuits. Now they go at the top and the bottom. The enriched alloys go around the middle, steel casting there, and then the 2 buckets here, and that gives us 1 Osmium Compressor. Now if I just pick up all the junk that I put down, and also, what the hell are you? What the hell? And also, just quickly shut the doors first, pick this up, and drop that Osmium Compressor down. Let that fill with power slowly. Okay, so we've got a bit of power in here now. So I'm going to put the glowstone dust in here, and also osmium just there. And hopefully that's going to work its way through to give us the blocks. It looks like it's using a lot of power. So what I'm going to do is go fetch a generator from downstairs, and also a bit more osmium. Oh god! Oh, that could have been fatal. Luckily, it only took out the generator which we needed, and it did drop it altogether, so whew, that could have been worse. Let's have a look in the chest. So I've got 36 osmium. Looks like it's actually been processed at the moment, osmium, so yeah. We could do it coming back here in a moment. I might bring some fuel down here just to keep it going. Right, so I've got that generator now powering that osmium compressor. I can't get to it at the moment, so I'm going to have to take out that table, which was storing everything. Brilliant. Let's drop some stuff. Nice, so this all seems to be working. That is now powering this more efficiently than that turbine. I am getting glowstone ingots. I just need to place some more osmium in here, and it looks like that's going to work its way through that. Now at the moment I'm pretty much just waiting for things to process. I'm waiting for the sheep to be sheared, the osmium compressor in here to work its way through, and the osmium down in the redstone furnace. So I'm going to take a nice sleep in my bed, which I don't often do. That's it, Ben. You keep on shearing. I'll herd them into the area. This is not how I thought I'd spend my day. Herding sheep.